Is there a picture output?
Yep, there it is right there.
Alright, so we got picture out, we got audio, but YouTube is not accepting it. Why?
Well, I'm looking at YouTube now and I saw the monster.
Are you sure you have your...
Oh, there it is.
Alright, we are live now?
Yep.
We are live, okay. So, we are building Noreen's computer. Let's see here. So, some of the prerequisites of her computer, it needed to be fast, it needed to support some of the YouTube Wirestream stuff, it needed to have some oomph behind it, and it needed to be quiet, especially quiet during the summertime. So we decided to go with a water hybrid cooling system, so it'll keep down the noise and it'll keep the computer cool during the hot summers we get here in California of 100 plus degrees. And we're going with a Corsair case, a 6-core i7, 16 gigs of memory, EVGA video card, a Corsair water block, a 1 terabyte hard drive, Microsoft Windows 7, and some capture cards and all that. So we're going to just sit here and stream along. If you guys got any questions for Noreen or anything like that, just go ahead and start spamming the comment section. She's reading it right now.
I know. Hey, Liz, send me your email so I can make you a moderator. I'll open up Facebook.
Liz, moderator duties. Send Noreen a message. If you're there still.
No, she is. There's over 20 people in here.
Alright. So, are you excited, Noreen?
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait for this either. It's been a while since I built a computer. I don't get to do it every day like some people do. Let's see here. So all we're doing right now is putting in the power supply, getting all the wires all set up, and we're trying to figure out where everything is going to fit. And I'm thinking that water block is going to go on this side right here. Yeah, or on the top. Actually, it's going to go on the top. That sounds like a winner. It is going to go on the top. Let's see here. Alrighty. So that guy was pretty interesting today.
Yeah.
It was very, very interesting to sit in on a show too. That was just something completely new to me, is sitting in on a live show. Especially since I had in one ear a headphone listening to the 30-second delay while trying to listen to the live feed at the same time, which was a nightmare, might I say. But you learn to get over those things really quickly. But it was fun. I think we had a good stream. We had some little bugs in it, but other than that, we did some good things.
Okay, Liz, you're a moderator now.
Liz has the power. Alright, let's see here. Bunch of wires. Alright, fan cable. Anything else? Alrighty. Let's see here. So that's all prepared. It's all ready to go. Let's scoot this out of the way. And then we are going to open up the motherboard. Let's dig through all the boxes. Alright. So we're using a MSI Gamer 7. Lots of parts. Let's see here. What are you? You are a connector. Cheat sheet. Select bridge, two-way, three-way. SATA card. Ooh, a nice little badge. SATA cables. SATA cables. Backplate. Software. And a manual. Off you go.
I'm gonna put on some more light.
Oh, okay. More light. Right, software application. Okay.
You got 30 people.
Holy mackerel! I got 30 people tuning on to this. This is amazing. I never had 30 people watch me before in my life. Let's see here. Noreen is going to spam the chat room if you guys are curious about my YouTube channel. It's Robert Trains 925. It's one of them. And my other channel is CTTOMCA. That's,
They want to know what kind of motherboard.
it is a MSI Gamer 7.
Do you have the box?
Yes, I just tossed it over there.
Okay, show them the box.
Actually,
Here. Yeah, show them
I have the box. Here's the box. It is a X99 Gamer 7 MSI. This is the last year's model. This year's model has one difference, and it was negligible. I'm getting tired. Alrighty, let's see here. And then we are going to go with a Intel Core i7 6-core processor, 4 gigahertz, and 8 megabytes of cache. And we're going to overclock this once we get the computer started. And that's the one thing I like about this motherboard. It allows us to overclock and get us going. And the only thing I care about is, let's see here. Here's the box, if you guys are curious. They have this wrapped. There it is. There's that expensive part. Thing costs a lot of money.
Now, what part are you putting in?
I am putting in the processor inside the motherboard. And this is always a scary step because...
We have a question. Justin Morales. By any chance, have any tips and stuff to people who never built a computer before or don't know how?
The best tip I could give you is to watch a lot of videos on YouTube of how to do it, and you can't really mess up a computer build. Everything fits together in certain ways. There's no real wrong way. Well, yeah, there is no real wrong way. Everything you do is pretty much forgivable.
Are you going to transfer the files from my old computer?
No, we are going to do a hybrid transfer. We are going to transfer over her programs that she uses, some of her images that she uses through the live streams, and then this is going to be essentially a clone. So that way, if anything is on her current computer, it won't transfer over to this new one.
And how much RAM?
How much RAM? The memory, 16 gigs of memory. Alright, did they send me the wrong processor? Really?
They sent the wrong one?
Yes, they did.
Oh, no. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. LGA 1115, this is LGA 2003, I believe. Well, that kind of derailed everything.
Oh my god.
Well, I could still build it. I'll just get the right one in, but we'll just get it all set up, and because this is the easy part. Alright, so we'll just ignore that little hiccup. Can't believe Amazon actually messed up this time. That was something different. So, they gave us the wrong processor. Oh well. So this is all going to
Oh, what about the video card?
It is a EVGA GTX 750 Ti for the Win edition. And this motherboard is going to go right back together.
Oh, she said only 16 gigs?
Only 16 gigs because Wirecast, the program that she uses for broadcasting, only can take so much. And it's just negligible if you go any more. Especially with what she's doing. She's not a crazy gamer. At least I don't think so.
No. I don't game.
Should I be going to look for another channel there, Noreen? Noreen the gamer? The paranormal gamer?
Yeah, only if we can game demons.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's some demon games out there.
No, I mean, but I know I'm into, get rid of them.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. Is Dave in the chat?
No.
He went to bed already. I bet you.
Can I keep this up? Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep this up. And Robert, if he wants to, he can copy this as well and put it on his website.
Yes, I will. Although my YouTube channel doesn't really have that much in computer builds. I work for a company called. It's a little mom and pop company locally, and the company I work for, they just they don't do this kind of stuff very often.
Okay, they want to know about the frame.
Ah, the frame. This is a Corsair carbide series. I believe this is a 700 series. Yeah, 700 series case. And the only reason why we chose this case is because it doesn't get seen and it'll hide all the crimes of installing
See, I don't understand Joe's message. 4 times LV90s, and he goes, I mean 100 now. What does that mean?
4 times. Read it again.
First he said 4 times LVL990S, and then he says, I mean 100 now. I don't know what that means. Oh, what's your website?
I don't have a website. I have a YouTube page. I manage a couple websites. I don't actually have a website. And I am missing some hardware.
Well,
oh, wait. There is one website that I manage. It's not computer related. It's train related, interesting enough. A local train company I work for. And that is what is that website? cttom.org is the website.
But how can they get a hold of you?
They could get a hold of me through Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I am
Under
on
what?
Robert Lopez. And I have a picture of a train on my profile photo.
Okay.
They could get a hold of me. Noreen will put in the bottom of the comments my email address too. And so they could get a hold of me there too. I don't generally ship out computers, just as a rule, because shipping and handling is never fun in California. I've learned that the hard way.
Is it the expense or it'll get broken?
It'll get broken, and it is quite expensive. An average computer ships out about $64 just shipping, no insurance. And then if you want to add insurance, that's another $10 or $12. $10 or $12.
Now, Robert, you build trains?
I service them. And I run them. At our club, we are a 501c3, so it's a nonprofit museum, and I'm the electrical engineer for them. So, and I'm also their computer tech. Interesting enough.
Now, do they have a website that shows they have a YouTube channel that shows their trains, doesn't it?
It's on the website, and it's also, you got a pen handy?
Yeah.
It's C.
Okay, it's C.
T. O-M. C-A is the YouTube channel.
Oh, so you just type in CTOMCA,
yep,
and it'll get the YouTube channel with the trains?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that will give them direct access to that channel. Our website is a little outdated. I have been busy dealing with Noreen's issues, so I've been kind of laxed on that one. I was kind of hit the back burner, so don't give me a hard time, guys. Where did that screw go? There it is. That I haven't kept up on that website. I've been yelled at by multiple customers.
Yep, Whip, he's building it from scratch.
Yes, I'm building it from scratch. Any questions on parts or anything like that so far?
Any other questions? Oh, this is a tower CPU turned sideways.
Yes. This is no, this is a vertical tower. I just have all the covers off right now, so you won't normally not see this. This is just what the inside of a cover of a computer looks like. If you ever, I don't know if you have a laptop or anything like that, but this is what your computer looks like inside.
Okay, Joe typed in, I don't know, 12 times USB 3, 6 times USB 2. What does that mean?
So she has 6 USB 3.0 ports, and she has, I believe there are 8 USB 2.0 ports. So USB 3 is the new standard. It's faster than USB 2, which is going to work out great for her. But the USB 3 is still kind of new to everybody. It's not, what's the word? It's not, I don't know how to explain it. It's not completely adopted yet, so there's still some. If you go out to Best Buy and buy a new computer, 50 out of 50 you're going to still get the old hardware in it, because it's just not that adopted yet as a power.
Now Liz says, do you buy these and where? Now if you went to go buy a computer after you're finished with mine, they would pay about, what, $4,000 for this?
This one is about $1,300. Set up, ready to go with Windows installed and a 1 terabyte hard drive. I have done some expensive builds. I've done some close to $8,000 builds for some custom water cooling, which is the guy who does it is a YouTuber, and he does all this custom water cooling for just the aesthetics, because on his show he just has his computer facing him and the camera is aiming into the computer because it's all clear. So it has all these lights, it has all these tubes everywhere with all the fluid going all around everywhere. It's a really pretty computer, but it was a nightmare too at the same time.
Is there a HD card reader on that PC?
No, we do not have a card reader on this PC.
And why?
Because you don't need one.
Okay. It's just for broadcasting.
Yeah, this is just going to be her live stream box from now on.
Yeah, I'll only use this only for live broadcasting and nothing more. Okay, Unique Annie, honey. Robert Lopez, his little icon picture, it has a train on it.
And if you ask the question of where's my Facebook, we'll go back on this video and try and look for you guys on Facebook and add you as friends, so that way you guys can see what I do and get a hold of me too. Alright, this is an 8-pin. Alright, so now we're going to start playing with some wires. Let's see here. We got a CD drive that's going to go in there. We got Molex, okay. Okay, let's start roughing in for the water cooling.
Oh, tell them next what you're putting in.
Alright, so next thing we're going to put in is this. This is a Corsair Link H80i water block, or all-in-one water block. And we're going to put this in roughly for, this is going to keep the CPU cool instead of a fan. But it needs to go in so we can get some measurements and get some stuff figured out of where everything's going to pipe and where everything's going to hide. Because I take pride in my builds of making them look nice. So the good thing about these is there's no servicing. There's no maintenance on these. The custom one I just did for a guy, he has to constantly drain and clean out his system because of just different things that get in there and cause mischief.
I mean, that's crazy. This is a water fan. This is a water fan.
Yes,
water cooler.
a water block. It's like a radiator in a car, except for it's a lot bigger.
Okay, Mike wants to know what is the best way to clean inside the computer for dust.
The best way to clean inside a computer is canned air, or canned air. This stuff, canned air. Or a vacuum cleaner, like a shop vac with the blow setting, the little. There's some shop vacs. There's a suck portion and there's a blow portion. If you put it on the blow portion, it won't damage any kind of computers. The important thing to remember when you're dusting out your computer is you don't want these fans to spin. You want to hold them, then you dust.
I didn't know that.
Or else you will wear out the fans about 4 times faster than they're designed to spin.
We're not putting Windows 8 on this thing.
No, we're putting Windows 7 Professional.
Right. I know Windows 8. And what about the condensation from the water cooling? Condensation from the water cooling?
There is no condensation with this particular system. Some systems use what's called a chiller. So there's actual chiller that, like a refrigerator, modified refrigerator that will cool coolant, and they would have to have some special equipment. All the motherboards, everything would be waterproofed just to protect from condensation. But that's getting to some extreme class computing.
All right, Martin says water will perish by time.
Not with these sealed systems. These will never ever perish. They have tested these systems for 7 to 10 years and never had any issues with them. So, let's see here. I need the longer hardware. Let's see here. This needs the longer bolts, but which ones are the longer ones?
Okay, question. How long does it usually take to build a computer, and will there be an antivirus program built in?
Okay, this computer is going to take us about an hour to build. Some of my builds have lasted 3 weeks of 12-hour days.
What was the most expensive computer you built?
That was the $8,000 computer that just happened. I tried to convince Noreen that she needed an $8,000 computer. She didn't buy it, you guys. For some weird reason, she says that she doesn't have $8,000 from all of her AdSense to pay for things. So, sorry. All right. So that. Oh, okay. That's the way it's supposed to go. I haven't done one of these new water blocks yet. This is the first time I've installed one of these. These are really, they're not new, but this model is, and so you have to always, I'm not one of those people that throw away the instructions.
Oh, good. Okay, iWhip wants to know how can you build in an antivirus you just install? I don't know.
Well, antivirus is a piece of software. It's not in the computer itself. The antivirus you install after you install Windows. That's usually the first thing you install after you install Windows. When you get a new computer out of the box, and it asks you for your name and all that fun stuff. After that, after you get to your desktop, I usually go in and immediately install an antivirus. Now, I use an antivirus called Panda Cloud. It's a cloud-based antivirus. It's free. Yeah, free. And I used to use a Norton 360 from Comcast. But ever since that CEO came out and said that their product was inefficient for getting today's viruses, I kind of dropped them like a bad habit and left them. I used to have hundreds hundreds of computers on Norton, and then all of a sudden when that news came out, I was not happy to hear that. So.
Now, do you know about Windows? Whip wants to know, what is the difference between all the different Windows? Like there was, God, what was before Windows 7? That was
Windows Vista.
Yeah, and then they came out with Windows 7, and now Windows 8, which is horrible.
Windows 8.1, or formerly known as 9. And then Windows 10, which is out on preview right now for select users. I don't think it's been released yet. If it has, it's news to me because I generally don't see a new version of Windows come to the shop until about this OS is about 8 to 10 months old. I won't see it until, well, when Windows 10 comes out, I won't see it until probably 8 to 10 months after it's been out for a while.
Yeah, I think Whip is really frustrated. The thing is, there is a big difference between Windows 7 and Windows 8, a huge difference.
Oh, yes, there is.
I absolutely hate Windows 8. I hate it. And so now Windows 9, with the new one, aren't they going to try and change what they did to Windows 8?
Okay, so Windows 10, they skipped 9, it's 10 now, which is kind of odd. The Windows 10 is going to be similar to Windows 8, except for they gave you back your start menu. And they gave it back to you regrettably.
Oh, you mean the same start window in Windows 8?
No, it actually has like a Windows 7 start menu, but you still have the option of going to the Windows 8 screen.
God.
They just couldn't do away with it altogether. They had to include the Windows 8 splash screen still. Now, interesting enough, here's a fun fact. When Windows 8 first rolled out, our shop had about 8 months. Yeah, about 8 months in a row since Windows 8 shipped out. We've had maybe 210 computers get downgraded back down to Windows 7 because people just cannot stand it.
Oh God, I hate it. I don't even know how to use it. Okay, and Martin wants to know CPU and memory specs.
All right, the CPU is going to be an X99. It was going to be the X99. I can't think of the number right now because this box is the wrong one. It was going to be X99 6-core. I think it was 1159 if I'm not mistaken. And then the memory is going to be Corsair Vengeance LPX 2600 megahertz, 16 gigs. And this is going to go in next. Any other questions? While I'm sitting here fiddling with fans.
Okay, let's see.
I'm fiddling with fans, Nori, not your fans. Any questions? Any comments? Anything I'm doing wrong? I love those naysayers. You're doing something wrong.
No, nobody said that yet.
Yeah, so this system, so...
No, he doesn't do house calls unless you live by me.
Well, in the Bay Area, let's see here. My radius is from a small town in Discovery Bay, California to where she lives, which I will not disclose. I would think that she would not like me for doing that.
Debbie wants to know when will Windows 10 come out?
Windows 10 should be out late this year. I haven't seen any real documentation yet on when the official release date is. If you were to go to Microsoft.com and you search Windows 10, it'll tell you there. But I don't think it's been released yet to the general public. Like I said, I'm 8 to 10 months behind.
Oh, why?
Because I just generally don't see them until it comes out.
And now, Hidden said Linux is the best.
Linux is the best. There is Linux fanboys. We'll call that Linux fanboys. Linux has its purposes. I've dealt with a lot of POS systems. No, not pieces of... Let's leave you to figuring out the rest. But point of sales use Linux. I have fiddled with some Linux servers and some Linux desktops. The only thing that I cannot stand about Linux is it's too many flavors, too much of a variety of an OS. And to do something, you have to do 10 steps instead of 1 step with Windows. It's very interesting. But Linux is free. People like paying that $0.00. 40? Holy mackerel! I didn't know people would like this. Let's see here. Macintosh is another one that is very interesting sometimes too. Although Macintosh generally doesn't have, I don't see very many of them. I do a lot of screen repairs on Macintoshes, but nothing really hardware or software related. And this fan is going away because it's going to get in a new spot. And okay, that's going out. Then this fan is coming in. So we are going to do a push-pull, if anybody knows what I'm talking about there. So push-pull is, this fan is blowing that way. And then there's going to be another fan on this end that's going to take that air. It's going to suck it through from this fan out into the atmosphere.
I did a close-up.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how nice.
Somebody's in love with you. His name is Robert Lopez.
I have a stalker already? I was even on the internet for 10 minutes. Oh, man.
Yes, and he's all mine. I get dibs on him first. He's got to help me first. Then he can have a social life.
That's horrible, Noreen. And yes, I am single. Even though my mother yells at me to get a girlfriend every so often.
You could always make a mechanical one.
Yeah, right. Like that would ever really work.
You could.
Like that would really work, Noreen. Come on, mechanical girlfriends, they'll just sit there and if you think you have issues with your live streams every so often, just imagine a mechanical girlfriend.
I bet you could do it. That'd be awesome to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep on thinking, Noreen. Ain't gonna happen. Although, it would be nice to have somebody in my life, but I'm just far too busy.
I know. Because then if you get involved with a girl, then you're not going to be able to help me all the time.
Yep. Are you sure you want me to have a girlfriend, Noreen?
No, I don't.
Oh, well. Can't win them all. Sorry. She says no.
What's SSD?
Solid state drive. And no, you are not having an SSD. I'm giving you a standard hard drive. The only reason why I'm doing that is because SSDs cost a little bit of money, and you don't need it. Since she's doing strictly live streaming, you guys, she's not doing video editing or video rendering. She doesn't need that horsepower as an SSD. All she needs is a standard hard drive for YouTube for her OS to run off of, and YouTube to get her stream off of. And come on. Any questions?
Any other questions? Oh, you guys want a computer course?
You guys want a computer course? Oh, what kind of computer course? Suggestions down below. I should do vlogs. That'd be fun. Computer vlogs. That'd be fun. Don't you think?
What's that? A computer blog?
A computer vlog. Just go around to my service calls. I get some of the most interesting customers. So I have a pizza place that I work with that is amazing. It's a local pizza place. It's a franchise, but I do their computer work for them, and it's just interesting place. I always go there. They always are very nice owners, Let's see here. Some of my other customers, I have businesses. I do a lot of residential house calls. Interesting enough. Noreen is one of them. I don't know how she got my phone number.
Oh my God, it was a miracle.
It was.
That's all I can say.
It was very interesting. It was. What was your first issue? Oh, it was the capture card not working. No, it was your computer giving a blue screen every time.
Oh, what computer was that?
That was
that this one, yeah. Oh yeah, the blue screen of death.
Yeah, and then it took us a little while to finally figure it out, but it finally showed itself. It turned out to be the capture card that she's using is not a fan of AMD, and Windows updates kept on doing something to her computer that it just did not like. This is becoming a pain in the ass. Alright, fine. Can't sit down. Any questions?
Guys have any other questions? I think somebody wanted to know how much it would cost to, let's see, how much it costs to build a decent computer.
A decent computer, well, an everyday computer, I could build them for about $500.
Really?
Sometimes even cheaper. Just depends on the time of the year. Christmas sales and all that fun stuff.
So what would that entail for a $500 computer?
$500 computer would get you a Intel Core i5. It would get you 8 gigs of memory, Windows 7 Home Premium, a 250 gig hard drive, mechanical hard drive, and let's see here, a CD drive and a low-end motherboard. And now the next tier I do is a little bit more expensive. That is going to be a Intel Core i7. That's a little bit more towards for those kids that are going to school for like drama or engineering or video production. Sorry, I can't see the screen on my end. That would cost you about $800. This one is about $1,500 built. I think that's what the final total was. Although, kind of disappointed they gave us the wrong processor.
Oh, they want to know how old you are.
I am 24 years old. I just had a birthday.
Somebody said you were 23.
Wow.
Well, you were. You just had a birthday. Happy birthday. Okay, Nori, what if you need a high power fast?
What if she need... This computer, well, her other computer was a HP out of a box PC. And it runs great and all, but the only factor was it's an AMD processor, not an Intel-based processor. And the card that she uses to capture her video camera, her camcorder over here, does not like AMD processors, interesting enough. And this thing is just not coming together. So we had to go with an Intel-based CPU, and hopefully that'll start clearing out some of the gremlins. And another thing that Wirecast likes Wirecast is the only norm now. XSplit. XSplit is another one.
Oh yeah, XSplit. We were going to talk about XSplit.
XSplit is something different. A lot of people use either Wirecast or XSplit. That's the only two that are around. And YouTube will not support. I think they're getting rid of Wirecast altogether now, which is kind of interesting. YouTube used to own Wirecast for the longest amount of time, but Wirecast is now a different company. But I think they're getting rid of it now for some weird reason. They won't support it anymore, which is that's getting off my bones.
What's the best software to hide your ID?
Depends. Right now, Noreen is getting hidden through a bunch of networks. I won't say the exact product because if I say the exact product, then people will find loopholes through my security. But the best way to hide a Skype is to hide behind an Amazon server. That I found. So Noreen has been dealing with an attack called a DDoS attack, which is a simple attack. All it is hundreds of thousands of infected computers that are sitting there asking for her computer all at once at the exact same time. So hundreds of thousands of computers are trying to communicate back to her computer, which is using up all of her internet bandwidth to communicate, which is effectively killing her streams and causing them to go into issues like that. The only defense against that is to hide behind a data center. Because they have the equipment, they have millions of dollars worth of equipment trying to protect their equipment. So, let's see here, 4 DIMMs. Sorry, I'm reading the setup. DIMM 1.
Okay, you do that. I'll be right back.
DIMM 1, DIMM 3, DIMM 7, DIMM 5. Okay. Reading the instructions. Each motherboard is different. Let's see here. So that one's going to go right here. Can you guys see that? Alrighty. Noreen stepped out, so I can't see what everybody's seeing. Alright, those are the fixed ones. Alright. That looks latched. Okay, there's 1. There's 3. Oh man. This is all of her memory. It's 16 gigs. And this motherboard has the option of supporting up to 240 gigs of memory. So, it gives her plenty of expansion. I think this thing will reach. Yeah, it'll work. It'll work just like that. Okay. Alrighty. Guess I should have put in the memory first. Oh well. Alright. Okay. And then it's. Sorry, you guys. I can't see the chat right now. I can't see the chat because Noreen left. She went to go and eat. Get a grab pizza. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, I did that backwards. Now, effectively, this thing is going to have to come back apart. I won't be able to turn it on tonight because the processor that they shipped us was wrong. But I can at least put it together and show you guys and get a show out of it. And then this should be up and running, hopefully, next Thursday. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. It just all depends when the other one shows up. Let's see here. DIMM 1, DIMM 3, DIMM 7, DIMM 5. DIMM 1. Are you back?
Yeah. I had to heat up the pizza.
Oh, is your husband back home?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it does. It costs less to build it.
Yes, absolutely. It always costs less to build a computer than it does to buy a computer. Although some people like the gratification of taking something out of the box and say they own something high-end, when I could sit there and beat it and pay for half the price. It's always fun. I love, at our shop, we get all the time the Dell Alienwares in all the time. And this is just a frou-frou company that just builds these ridiculously looking computers that are overpriced.
Dell makes them?
Dell makes them. They are their Performance Series computer. And it is I won't say anything bad about them, but let's just say that their parts are about 4 times more expensive than an average computer. actually I had a customer come in and he handed me a Dell Alienware computer, and I sat there and he says, "I got this beautiful computer. It doesn't work." And I'm like, "Well, okay." And he says, "I just paid $1,500 for this thing and it doesn't work." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And look at it, and it shipped out with a dead motherboard.
Oh my God.
And I told him, "Well, sounds like you're going to need to get a hold of Dell because I can't fix a dead motherboard warranty. I can't warranty it because I'm not a Dell authorized service center."
Someone wants to know, how do you add memory to an easel-style computer?
An easel style?
Yeah.
Like a screen type, or like does it look like a screen? Or does it look like a thin box like this, or I don't know what an easel style looks like. I never heard of an easel style. If it's just looks like a screen, there's usually a panel in the back that opens up, and then you can add the memory in there.
Liz wants to know if you build laptops.
No. Very rarely do companies ever build laptops. There's special companies that do it. I can't find my book. Oh. There's I believe it's called I can't think of their name right now, but it's a company that's designed for building just laptops, gaming laptops, rendering laptops, whatever you might need. And I did that wrong again. Noreen, I wish you had a better budget.
Well, if I wasn't paid for my daughter's wedding, I would.
It would have made life so much easier. Any questions so far? Any other questions?
I'm going to turn this more toward you. Okay.
Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that looks...
Any questions, guys? I don't know how anybody could build a laptop.
It takes skill to build a laptop. It is not for the faint of heart.
Let's see. Ask Robert if anyone can find out who is hacking me.
Okay, so I could go over that. Okay, so today I was monitoring her network activity while she was doing the live stream, and I couldn't see anybody coming in to attack her. But that was with all of our defenses up today, which actually proved very well. They actually
improved. You know what? I bet if we didn't have those defenses up today, I wouldn't have been able to live stream. Because something was happening, though.
Yeah, they were trying to get in. I could definitely see it. They were trying to get in.
Yep.
But I think they're attacking more on the YouTube side than on your personal computer side. The only reason why I come up with that assumption is because the traffic was just not there. I mean, if she was getting attacked, it would show massive amount of traffic. My computer would have been slowing down, which it didn't. And mind you guys, I was sitting there on the live stream with her, right next to her, watching on my own personal computer, watching the live stream. And I didn't really see... I saw what you guys saw, which was a couple of buffering things, but other than that, I didn't really see anything that was suspicious.
Oh, here. Hold on. Let's see. Somebody, Maureen, my husband needs a new computer. Does he build computers for people out of state like New York?
No. No, but there is companies out there that will build them and will ship them. I don't own a big business. I don't own big enough business to do just builds, which is a sad thing, but...
Is the motherboard in first? Is the motherboard in?
Yes, motherboard is in.
Okay.
This is the motherboard.
Somebody's saying, why on earth did he not install the processor and cooling brackets before installing the motherboard?
The reason why I did not do that, number one, I don't have the processor here. They shipped me out the wrong one. Number two is this motherboard, you could this case allows you to put in all the processor cooling after the fact. So I don't have to have the processor cooling stuff until I absolutely need it. So I don't. And for the purposes of this video, it just saved on time.
What is the safest browser to use?
The safest one is a browser called Komodo Dragon. That's the one that is, it's a different flavor of Google Chrome. It doesn't have the spyware that Google has on all their Chrome browsers. And yes, there is spyware on Chrome. That's how Google gets all your ads, targets you for all their ads and stuff like that on YouTube. Other than that, the other one is Safari. Safari's pretty safe too if you're on a Macintosh.
Oh yeah. When I'm on my Mac, I never use Safari. I always use Google. I guess I better go back to Safari.
Well, if you don't want the ads, then use Safari, because Google doesn't have that much adware on Safari, because Google doesn't have the developing rights for Safari. Interesting enough, but they have their developing rights for their own web browser. Now, interesting enough, Chrome did not have adware on it. It didn't have any kind of spyware on it until they had so many amount of site users. Then they started to introduce it so they could get the AdSense to work right. Before that, AdSense worked off of just random. Just picked a commercial out of random. Now it's more geared towards the user. Although I still get some weird ads through. The other day I was watching one of your videos and it sent me a Chinese ad, a 100% Chinese ad. And I'm like, why in the heck are you showing me this video? Now, I installed a program called AdBlock, and I'm sure most of you have heard of it. And I just got fed up with YouTube ads, and I just ended up just installing an AdBlock and helping myself to just trickle in some money for the YouTube channels that I follow. All my channels that I follow, they have either a PayPal or a Patreon campaign. I'll just support them there. I won't do ads anymore for multiple reasons. You can only listen to the cat jumping up on the couch for so many times before you get annoyed. I'm sorry. Which is horrible, I know, but okay. Alright, so this is pump power and the fan header for the CPU. Oh, CPU fan. Oh, I guess it needs to go on that one. I need to get the... Where are my other fan headers? Alright. Anything else so far, Noreen?
Any other questions, guys?
Where's that manual? I had a book. I wish I had a book.
What are you looking for?
This manual. I need to know where stuff is. That way I can put it in the right spot. Okay, fan header. CPU fan 2. No, okay, that makes sense. CPU fan 1. Alright. So, is this at all interesting to you guys? I don't know. I've never done a live event before. I've never really done a YouTube video before, so comment and tell me if this is interesting or not.
Yeah, let Robert know if this is interesting.
I'm not the only YouTuber that does this, or not YouTuber. I'm not the only person that builds custom computers.
Oh my God! iWhip wants to know. Ask him how to hack Area 51's data stuff.
Hate to tell you this, you guys. Area 51 doesn't exist.
Were you the one that was telling me that the other day? Oh my God!
Area 51 does not exist. It is a spot on the map where government likes to make people think that it exists, but it really doesn't exist. And Now, not mind you, there is probably a secure area, but it's not called Area 51. It's probably not published on a map somewhere.
You know, I did hear that though. I did hear that before.
Oh, did you see that email I sent you of cool things found on Google?
No, tell them. I didn't know. I didn't have time to open it up.
So there's I sent Noreen a link to it, but cool things found on Google Earth. I mean, like mysterious notes and letters. Like on a roof, there was I'm sorry, on a cornfield there was a logo of a company out in the middle of nowhere, and then which was interesting because the company didn't even know that this exists. It was just a bunch of trees in the shape of a logo. Go look at the
Yeah, I didn't open it up.
Yeah, it's a very interesting site. Let's see here. They found shipwrecks that weren't really known, to like cargo ships and stuff like that. Let's see here. They found Nemo. They found an island the shape of a fish.
No, really.
They found a nuclear plant in Iran that they quickly didn't realize was there, and then they had to quickly shut them down. That was interesting.
Wow. Oh God, they want to know if you have any ghost stories.
Unfortunately, no. My father does. He used to live with a ghost.
He did?
Yeah. I don't know his name, but he used to live with a ghost. I think my grandmother's house is haunted too. She every time they're sitting in the living room, the front door will start jarring.
I can't see you.
Oh, I was just getting that piece in. Every time they're sitting in the living room, the front door would start shaking, like somebody was actually physically shaking the door. And we've written it off as my grandfather, who passed away about 5 years ago. And we said, "Oh, he's trying to get in again." And but if my grandmother is a old, she's 86 years old. Bless her little heart. She's still alive, and she is very scared of ghosts. So we have to be tiptoeing around ghosts and all that. But yet she likes all those old classic movies. I don't know if this is going to bring you back to your childhood. The Blob.
Oh God, with Steve McQueen.
Yeah. And let's see here. So the old Walker Texas Ranger stuff. All those old shows. I can sit there hours, and she can sit there and watch a movie that is like ancient and sit there and be just as scared as it was when it first came out. Of course, nowadays, if you ask a kid what is a scary movie, they're going to start saying Scary Movie 3 or Saw or something like that.
Yeah.
Back in those days, it was a blob that looked more like somebody's bad gelatin dessert than a scary figure.
Hey, you guys, there's 40 people watching. Give Robert a like. Come on, please give Robert a like. Oh, somebody had a question for you. They're curious as how the cooling system works.
Alright, so in this part, there is a pump. And then the pump circulates water from up here.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me do that here. Okay, I just put it on close.
Alright, so the pump circulates water from up here. And it goes through the radiator, through all these little fins like a car. And it goes back out to the pump. It's a continuous loop of watering. The fans constantly drive out all the hot air that the CPU is going to produce out into the atmosphere, where they won't overheat. Now, the downside of having water cooling is usually if you don't have a sealed system like this, you have to do maintenance on it. But that's generally how it works. Think of it as it's effectively your car radiator on miniaturized, because that's pretty much what it is.
Oh, that's a good comparison. Yeah.
Your car is sitting there always on fire, and even though you don't really know it, it's always causing explosions and letting you go from point A to point B. And now those are tucked away. Point A to point B, always constantly going off, and has to keep cool somehow, some way. So that's what.
Yeah, because my studio gets really, really hot. I've got 5,000 watts of light on me, and when I close the door to the studio, I can't have a fan going, and the computer will heat up because it gets hot. You know, we get really hot weather here.
We're in sunny Northern California. We're on a cool day. It's 108 degrees.
Oh God, it is not. It's just the studio. Even if it's 75 or 80 outside, the studio gets really, really hot, and I can't turn the air conditioning on because I can't. I don't want any noises at all when I stream.
Believe me, you guys, it was getting a little warm and toasty in here. I had to convince her to open up the door and keep it open.
Let's see, are you going to upgrade the fans for the water cooler?
No. These fans are, Quiet Series fans, so they won't need to be upgraded. They're, I specifically picked this water cooler because it was quiet.
Oh, good, I hope so.
I have yet to see the output results, but we'll.
No, Mike, Robert doesn't work for Alien Computers.
No, I do not, unfortunately. They do not pay me enough. My going rate, you guys, is $75 an hour.
You didn't tell me that. Uh-oh, what happened?
That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Why'd that hook? Well, that's not good. Oh. It's stuck in there. Why is it stuck? It shouldn't be stuck.
Do they make the most expensive ones?
What do you mean, most expensive ones?
Mike says they make the most expensive. Alien Computers?
Alienware computers do cost a lot of money. But I'm personally not a fan with them. That's just my feelings towards them. I've seen people spend a lot of money on them and not been pleased with the results. Some people have bought them and blow them up at 5 months later, and they'll go out and spend the other $1,500. Said, "Wow, that was a great long time for this computer to last." These are hardcore gamers.
Well, this thing that I have cost me $1,300. The one I have now, but it's not worth it.
No, it's not worth it. And the other reason why you guys were even doing this is because I put this back together, is because the programs that she uses needs these two card slots right here, and they need to be fast, or else her computer will crash. And we've proven that theory more than once of it crashing. That was a sad day. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay. What's the next step? I got memory in there. Let's see here. What other parts are left?
Oh, okay, Mike. Yeah, he said he didn't say they were the best. They charge the most.
They charge the most. Puget Systems. That's the one that I've been looking for. They are out of Oregon. They will ship out a computer. They'll stand by their computers for as long as you own the computers. They do a lot of high-end builds. They're a lot higher than Alienware would ever dream of having, which is nice. But the truly nice thing is you tell them what you want to do with the computer, and they will build a computer around what your needs are, which is something different from a lot of different companies. Let's see here. Blue.
Sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry.
And so we're going to start color coding these fans to match. So, cool thing about these Corsair fans is they have little color rings right here, and you can change them. So we're going to go with red because your paranormal activity and everything that you do seems to be red. Oh, I got a good question from the other show. What happened to your...
the boas?
Yeah, the boas.
Can you see... Oh, my God. It's so hot in here. I told I'm not going to wear the boas until fall comes around when it cools off. It's just too hot in here.
Yeah, because there was like 2 or 3 people like, I miss her boas.
Oh, man, it's too hot to wear a boa.
I said she just can't she just doesn't like to see them on anymore, so she just put them away and never going to put them back on again.
God, I got 20 of them.
I know. You got a lot of.
Oh, God, Whip wants a computer where he can watch 50 porn videos at once.
First off, Whip,
don't they all do the same thing?
First off, Whip, why would you be watching 50 porn videos at once? Second of all, why would you care if you can watch 50 videos at once?
Oh, let's see. Noreen, what company was he talking about? Oh, the one, I guess, that built to your specific... Is that the alien computer?
No, that's Puget Systems.
Oh, Puget Systems. So they'll build anything you ask them to.
Yep.
Well, so would you.
Yes, but I don't ship. They do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys, but I do not ship. I do not have enough... There's not enough meat on the bone for me to ship out a computer that's probably worth about $1,500 for me to insure it and for me to...
Well, no, you could build it, but they would have to ship it. You'd have to charge them the shipping.
Well, yeah, I would charge them the shipping,
but... It would cost them probably, what, $800 or something to ship it?
Just depends on how heavy it is. That's the only prerequisite. However heavy it is...
Oh, J-Rod wants to ask him his thoughts on CPU degradation.
AMD has some bad CPU degradation. Intel seems a little bit more stable, as I'm trying to look for some screws. The only issue that I have seen with Intel lately is when you start overclocking is when you start damaging your CPU. And unfortunately, not very many people know this, and they'll sit there and they'll overclock to some crazy standards, and they don't know why their computer that was supposed to be lasting 10 or 12. Well, let's see here. I've had a computer live. The company I work for, we had a computer back in 1984 at a farm, and it's still living today, and they will refuse to upgrade this computer, and I am going to drive me crazy one of these days if they call me back. It's horrible, but they're old-time farmers, and they don't have the money and all that fun stuff. They always constantly complain that they don't have money, but yet they have a full-on farm that's successful and that. And so.
What's overclocking?
Overclocking is so on a computer there is a clock. There is a crystal. No, not a crystal ball. A crystal. The crystal keeps the pace of the computer. It's what the computer relies on to keep pace. It's like a metronome. Imagine a metronome for a computer. And so the clock, but when the clock is standard, the computer's running at its factory speed. When the overclock happens is when more power is gained to the computer and the clock is going faster. Instead of being a second, it now goes half of a second, which makes the computer run faster. And when the computer runs faster, it gets more power, it runs faster, it does great for the next couple of years until it kicks the bucket.
Wow. Okay, another question. I have a tower with Vista. Microsoft quit sending updates for Vista. Now getting alerts with AVG. Is there anything I could do to save OS, or do I need to install Windows 7?
You're going to need to install Windows 7, or Windows 8, or Windows 9, or Windows 10. One of the 3 options listed above. Unfortunately, Vista was a failed attempt It was a crash and burn. If you noticed quickly that Vista was dropped. The support was dropped before XP was.
Really? Okay. Again, they're still talking about ice lilies. But take care. Your cooling must be good, or it will void your warranty.
Absolutely. That's why we're going with a water block on this system. Now, I've done some crazier systems than Noreen's. I've done some interesting systems. But, why don't these screws, like, go in? They run what's called liquid nitrogen through their computers, and they only get about 3 minutes worth of computer time before they have to turn it off. And
why would they want liquid nitrogen if that that's only?
It's a contest. It's a contest to have the fastest computer, and the only way that they can keep the processor cool fast enough is to use liquid nitrogen. Interesting enough.
Wow.
And sad part is these people pay hundreds and thousands of dollars for all these computer parts to throw them away 5 minutes after they're done.
Why?
Because they're no good. They killed them.
My God.
These people have money growing out of their ears. It's a professional competition. They get sponsored by Intel or AMD or whoever wants to sponsor them.
All right. How good is low volt RAM?
Low volatile RAM. Low volatile RAM is, it's okay. You don't want, if you're going to go with something like low volatile RAM, you want to go with ECC memory. ECC memory is error correcting. So the minute that an error is detected and it cannot recover from it, it'll instantly stop the computer from running altogether. And then you would have to just replace that memory card, and then you would be back up and running again. I was actually debating whether or not to put ECC memory in your computer. So
you should come over here and do a computer show. No, really.
There's a lot of them out on YouTube right now. A lot of computer shows. And why won't these screws just screw in? Sheesh. Anything else so far?
Any other questions? Got a bunch of new people in here.
Do we have any trolls yet?
Oh, you mean any people we have to block?
Uh-huh.
No.
No trolls yet? Oh, darn. On my free time, you guys, I like playing with trolls. I get a lot of troll email from, because I manage 35 different websites. So
how many?
35.
You manage 35 websites?
35 websites.
What do you do for them?
I just make sure that their website's up to date and current, and that there's no attacks or malicious things going on, or.
No way! I had read that a website could get attacked, but I had never heard that before.
And so, these people pay me a lot of money to keep an eye on their websites, but
what do you charge for that?
Oh, that's $150 an hour.
An hour?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you're too expensive for me.
Okay, so let me give you a light into the computer profession world in this part of the country. Most computer technicians out here is about $100 an hour, bench rate. And there are some that will charge more. Geek Squad is $175 an hour, and they don't guarantee that they'll fix your system after that.
Oh my God.
That's just diagnostic. And I will charge $75 an hour plus parts. And then I had to pay my royalties back to my boss, but other than that, that's... So I'm pocketing $50. I have a job at the pizzeria, and the guy sits there and he asks me, how much do you make an hour? I was like, I probably make a lot more than you do. And he says, prove it. So I told him I make $75 an hour. How much do you make? And he sits there, he's like, a lot less than that. I earn $12 an hour. But I explained to him that I'm not working a 12-hour day. I'm working whatever jobs I could get. So I might only see about 4 hours worth of work a week instead of, so that's 75 times 4.
That's what you make a week?
On a slow week. Sometimes I make $400 a week. It just all depends on the how busy the week is. Whenever Noreen calls me, I hear her ringtone is a cha-ching.
B singer Robert's just turned 24. Say happy birthday to him.
My birthday was March 2nd.
Well, that's not too far away.
Yes, but I don't know. I don't feel any different. I don't feel any different for being 24.
Okay, Buddy, how come you don't have sound? Everybody has sound, right?
You know what? Somebody else was having sound issues. Make sure that her video isn't muted. There's a little mute button underneath the video, and make sure it's not muted, Pootie.
Everybody have sound, except for Putty Tat? It's 47.
What?
47 people.
Holy mackerel. Well, I can't wait to get this thing done then.
Okay, they can hear. Yeah, everybody has sound.
Sorry, Putty. You're going to have to check your stream, check your box. I'm sorry, but I'm not there to diagnose it. So what's next week's show, Nori?
A friend of mine. We did live ghost hunts on her show.
Uh-huh.
She wanted to know what was haunting her property, and she wrote a book on it. She lives up in the Gold Country,
Uh-huh.
and I think she feels now that it was it could have been an alien she was seeing. Yeah, it's quite haunted. In fact, some of the neighbors in some of her neighbors are moving out because it's so bad up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this that gal that you were on the phone with earlier?
No, that was Liz.
Was that Liz?
Yeah. She wrote a book called No Earthly Idea, and it was like a journal on what was happening up in the house.
Oh.
And so she's going to talk about this. It was some huge entity that they saw running across the property, but her area has been known for aliens and UFOs, and this is up in the hills, in the Gold Country.
Of California or where?
Yeah, it's still California.
Oh.
Yeah, Geek Squad is affiliated with Best Buy.
Yes, and they are horrible, horrible people.
Oh God, they are terrible. Yeah.
I'm going to be mean here. I have fixed more Geek Squad issues than other computer related service calls. Just so I could give you guys a peer of what I am a freelance technician, so I'm not really tied into a company, but I get referred to it through a company, and it's a local mom and pop business. But this mom and pop business owns the Computers USA phone number for California. They own the other 4 competition phone numbers that have fell through and given up. He owns like 8 or 9 phone numbers of just customers that still call the old numbers, not knowing that the business went belly up.
Oh, you should get those customers.
I generally get about 8 or 9 of them, and most of them are nice customers. I have had only one bad customer, and out of my 10 or 12 customers I've gone through with this guy. And the one bad customer, I could not please her for the life of me. I mean, I've bent over backwards, and I ended up it was a data recovery, and I informed her that our office was closed. That the guy who normally opens up the office is out of town. And I told her, like, call me like 15 minutes before you go to the office, and I will drive. I'll get from where I'm at to where you are. And she would not listen to me whatsoever, and ended up just handing her data recovery for free and just writing her off as a loss because she was just being a mean customer.
Now, Robert, I can't use the AMD processor because of my video card. So,
because of your capture cards, yes.
Capture card, yeah, because of the capture card. But not everybody uses my kind of capture card, right?
No. There is a couple of capture cards around. And LPCI Express. There's a couple of capture cards around. She uses she uses one that's suggested by Wirecast, and Wirecast has a big list of them going around. But I'm trying to find something. The issue with Wirecast is it only likes certain feeds, it only likes certain things, or else it will just not work. And the issue with that is a lot of people find out is a lot of the equipment that Wirecast likes is thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Wow.
And when her camera dies, I do not know what we're going to do with her. Yeah, it's going to be a sad day when that thing dies. I am sorry, Noreen, but I have looked everywhere for a replacement, and it just does not exist.
No, July, you're not paying for this build. It's already been paid for. I don't know, and how would you guys pay for it?
PayPal. Oh, what? They want to buy it out of you?
No, I guess they want to know how. Are they paying for this build, for you building this?
No. She paid me cash. She paid me in $1 bills, just like those people you see on YouTube paying their towing bills, the pennies, unwrapped, giving them the finger afterwards.
They want to know what type of computer do you have?
Well, I have 4 right now. I have a Macintosh, a MacBook Pro. I have a server at home. I have a Macintosh server at home that's keeps all my family's iPads, iPhones, everything all synced up to all of our information. And I have just a simple laptop, and that's pretty much it for all my computers. And I have one Windows server, and that is just what pays for the well, actually, that server is mostly for people like Noreen that need to hide behind big data centers and stuff like that.
You mean hackers?
Hackers, hide from hackers.
They want to know about your schooling. How did you learn all of this?
Schooling was, well, I started doing this when I was 8. I just picked up a screwdriver, and then my neighbor, who's my boss, was always next door to me, so I always went over to his shop at his home and watched him and helped him out on certain things. I learned from him. He owned a business before this current business, which was very popular. He was there when the computer was probably first born. I mean, he is an old guy, but he is the nicest guy you'll ever meet. That's how I learned. I'm currently going to school at a community college, a local community college in Pittsburgh, California, called Los Bananas College.
Oh, yeah. And
then I am going to get my certifications. I'm getting a certificate called a CompTIA A+ certification, which is corporate standard for high-end computer repair. It's a paid certification, so you have to pay for the certification. It's $410 for the test.
And so what will this do for you?
This gives me a certificate that is good for anything really. Well, it's a certificate saying that I have passed all of the prerequisites to become a benchtop technician, and all these prerequisites are going to be good for if I ever go into like a big corporation like Intel or something like that. They will see these certifications, and it's a worldwide standard to have these certifications.
Oh wow, you should, because you'll be making a ton of money.
And I just found out yesterday that my father knows one of the head honchos of Intel, so he's going to try and get me a meeting with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, where's that company?
That's out of Cupertino, Santa Clara.
So if you work during the day, that means I'm screwed.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Noreen.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah, most likely I would work for the city of San Jose, because that's where my parents work. That's where every one of my...
That's too far away, Robert.
My parents have been doing the city of San Jose commute for 25 plus years.
You're here in 40 minutes. If you're... Oh, no, that's too far away. Too far away.
She's saying no to it. You guys vote whether or not I should move to San Jose and just say bye, Noreen. She's saying no to it, you guys.
No San Jose.
Well, let's see here. If I move to San Jose, my drive time would be about an hour and 20 minutes here. If I go 6A.
You don't want to come here after you've worked all day?
Let's see here.
Why don't you just get your own business?
The government doesn't like small businesses anymore. They sit there and they make you pay for all these mean things. You cannot get away with... Have you seen your tax bracket this year, Nori?
I have a CPA that does my taxes.
I deal with a lot of small businesses, and a small business today has to... Okay, if it was just only you, you would get away with a lot more. But if you owned one other employee, 33... If you earned $100...
That's probably Dave.
If you earn $100, that's probably is Dave.
It is Dave.
Oh, put him on the show.
Hey, Dave.
Alright, are you ready for some kick-ass news?
Oh, you're live. I'm doing a show.
Oh, shit.
All right, hold on. I gotta go find out. Hold on. I'll go in the other room. I'm doing a computer. Robert's building my computer.
Oh, okay.
And we lost her, ladies and gentlemen. So what I'm opening up now is video card. Well, she's sitting there dancing. Wow, that's weird. I thought I saw something moving. That was weird. Noreen did say her house was haunted, so you guys can spam her about that one too. If you guys see something behind me, let me know in the comments. I can hear the phone conversation over here. Look at that cute little booty. Okay, no more plastic. More plastic. Okay. So that one is going to go right here. So that's out of the way. So I'm curious to know what Dave wants. Hopefully it's something good. She needs good news in her life, poor thing. She is stressed out. but can't cry over spilt milk. Okay, I'm missing a screw. I think I am. Yeah, I'm missing a screw. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it really doesn't matter because it's in. Alright. Now comes the fun part of wiring. How are we going to tuck away and hide all these wires? Alright, well, this guy needs to find a home. There's one. Where? No. Huh. Need the book. Where's the book? There it is. Refer to the manual. Don't throw away the manual. It's always the best tip I could give you. Read the manual. System fan 1, CPU fan. CPU fan 2. That's it? I thought there was more CPU fans. System fan 1. System fan 3. System fan 3, system fan 2. Oh, they're talking about the stream. They're talking about the show tonight. Da, 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 da. I am 1. Okay, that one runs that one. That one runs that one. Huh, the pump. The pump is going to run off of that one. So that leaves me with that one and that one to play with. I am thinking that that won't work. Alright, did they give me a fan splitter? No, they did not. Alright. Alrighty, let's see here. Alright, so these are kind of cool. These have the labels for these little tiny little cables right here that you have to put in the right order or else things will blow up. Alright, power switch. Oh, let's see here. This has a screw on the top. This has a screw loose once. Alright, let's see here. This has a hard drive light, a power light, and a reset switch. Alright, so that means I need this one. HDD, reset switch, power switch. Huh. What's the other one say? The other one says, oh, speaker. Alrighty, so we're going to start tidying up some wires. So all of these wires are going to come through right here, like that. Okay, so let's make sure you guys can see it. So this one's going to go back over here. So that's our USB 3 in the front. Alright, that's USB 3. Okay. We're going to tidy up these wires a little bit later. It's going to go right there. So it's my USB 3. This is an audio. This is for her headphones, but which one goes where? Sorry you guys, I make a mess when I build a computer. It works out better. Alright, audio. Each motherboard is different, so you have to read where things go. have had one computer that has given me fits, and the guys who built it didn't put the right cables in the right spot. It caused a big issue. Fan, chassis, system panel, connectors, booting jumper, TPM module connector, USB 3, USB 2, M.2 port, Good news?
Sorry.
Good news, bad news, horrible
Yeah.
news?
Yeah. Oh, it's hot in here. Okay, anybody have any questions?
Kind of wish they could just talk to me. That would be so nice.
I know. Wouldn't that be nice if YouTube had that capability?
Sit there and just have them start chatting back at me. Hey, I'm coming.
Oh, they want to see the fan start and rotate with no power. With no power. Can you do it without power?
I could blow on them. Is that what they want? Is it me to blow on the fans? I can. Yeah, I'll turn it on. You just won't see. You'll see posts, and that's it. You won't even probably see that, but yeah, you will probably see something. You'll see it at least turn on with all the lights on today.
It has bubble lights?
Bubble lights?
Did you say bubble lights?
No.
Oh, they said it has bubble
You'll
lights.
probably see all the lights turn on inside. That's as far as we can get. All right, I am looking for something called USB 2 system panel connectors. Audio power switch. What the heck is an audio power switch? ENT32. Why does it need...
You saw something move?
Yeah, I was sitting there just out of the corner of my eye. I just saw something black circle around the ceiling.
Black?
Yeah.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Alright, whoever is here, you go back to Phil's house. You go back to Staten Island, New York, wherever he is, and you go back there. Get out of my house.
I think it was before he was in it. You know what it is? I'm seeing that fan blade that has the off color move on the corner of my eye.
You think that's what it was?
I think that's what it was, because if you look if you just look on the corner of your eye, you see that odd color fling around.
The dust. I think that's the dust on the ends.
Yeah, it was just enough to catch my eye. I was like, what the heck was that?
Okay, let's see what ISIL's. If this computer's built for Noreen, he should have asked about her cats. I have cats and the case needs major intake filters. That is why I went with... Yeah. The thing is, this is a studio and the cats aren't allowed in here.
And this case has filters on it.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
So what will these filters do?
They'll just keep out the big cat fur and stuff like that. You won't have hairballs inside your computer anymore, Noreen.
Well, they can't come in my little studio. This is mine for my recording.
Although I've tried to meet her cats, and every single one of them has ran away or hissed at me, so... I walked outside, but just before the stream, and I sit there and hear hissing in the background. There's one of your cats right behind me that came around from the kitchen. I'm like, excuse me, you normally hide and run away, but whenever I come through, I was like, sheesh, Kniebles, wait. Alright, so I'm going to ignore that one, because this cable, I cannot find its home. Alright, so let's go to these ones. And then let's go with this. Alright. Power switch. Power switch. Oh, you guys, I don't have a life tonight, so I'm home alone, so that's the only reason why we're doing this tonight. Yeah, want to make sure to tell them that. I don't have a life tonight.
You don't have a life.
she won't let me go home until it's all done, so. Power switch, power switch. Power LED. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Hate when companies start abbreviating things. They don't use a standard means of standard means of orientating the way that they label things. So like this one says power/SLP. Okay, is that a switch or is that an LED? And then there's one that says power SW, which in layman's terms makes me think it's a power switch, but then LEDs have positive and negative. Oh, it's a nightmare. And then there's a reset switch. Okay, I got that one. Any other questions so far?
Oh, let's see. Any other questions? Oh. Noreen, we were saying that Robert should hang out with Dave during an episode.
Oh gosh, I hate ghosts. Although, does he have any issues with his streams or?
Yeah, yeah, he feels he's being attacked as well. But he live streams in a different manner.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he uses hotspots.
Oh well, there's your first issue right there. You're relying on the cellular network for something that wasn't designed for. Although, I've had one company, they use a Verizon Wireless file over Internet Files, FIOS, and that's pretty good speeds. But the only downside with Fios is it's crazy expensive, and it's only on certain places. That's what they use a lot in not London, Los Angeles. By the way, I just came back from London, so.
You did?
Yeah, about 8 months ago. It was really nice.
Oh.
They have a haunted tour of London.
What city doesn't have a haunted tour?
But this is like the Jack the Ripper and through the park and stuff like that. It was
Whitechapel Hill. Is that what?
Yeah, so it's and it's like a bus tour. You go down through in the middle of the night.
What was that like?
I didn't go on it.
Oh,
I didn't have
God.
time.
How could you not go on it? And you were there.
I didn't have time.
Oh my God! I would love to go on that.
Okay, you guys need to fundraise about $1,500 for Noreen to go to London to go do a live show in London with that tour.
There's somebody we know that's got a ton of fundraisers up that is screwing his fans and viewers.
Oh, see, I don't like people that do that because I sit there and I'd be mean to them back, and people don't like it when I'm mean to them. I've had one YouTuber that sits there and he got a lot of money from YouTube.
How? Okay. Never mind.
Through some more illegal means, and he screwed all of his fans. And the worst thing is he didn't pay his taxes on all this money that he got. And so now the feds are after him and all this fun stuff. He went out of the country and to hide away from the feds because they're asking for like $200,000 or $300,000 from him.
Oh my God! I think YouTube sends you a 99, right?
Yep, they will send you a 1099. Yeah, you guys don't. If you think you're going to get rich off of YouTube, think again. The only people that get rich off of YouTube are that girl that does makeup on YouTube, and and a couple other people. It just doesn't happen in real world situations. Sorry, but it just doesn't happen. I've had to put out that disclaimer about 4 or 5 times. I had people come up to me and say, "I want to start a YouTube career." I'm like, you realize that you're not going to get paid for half of this stuff, and that you're going to be out of your pocket for most of it. AdSense only covers up to $1,000 for a standard YouTube license. I think it's $1,000. Isn't it like $1,000 cap?
I don't know. There's somebody I used to be associated with, and he said he was making $60,000 a year off of YouTube.
That's complete. That's complete.
That's what he used to that's what he used to tell me.
Yeah, that's complete. I'll leave you guys to insert the link there. But YouTube's getting stingier and stingier now. They've dropped down their AdSense like a penny and a half, which is a lot of money when you.
Those are the raccoons.
Oh.
The raccoons are fighting.
Oh. It sounds like they're murdering each other, let alone just fighting.
Yeah, that's how they talk.
Oh. I was just about to say, Noreen, I think we got the...
They're fighting over the cat food out there.
Oh. You hear it first here, you guys, that Noreen feeds raccoons by cat food, and she cannot figure out why she has so many raccoon issues. All right, Noreen. I'll give you a 1 terabyte hard drive.
Now, what is that? A terabyte hard drive?
Yep, 1 terabyte hard drive.
Well,
Sorry.
doesn't my other one have 2 terabytes?
Yes, but you're live streaming on this one only.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
If you were going to become a multi-million-dollar star, I guarantee that we could upgrade this computer by any means necessary. You just have to share the...
I get my $100 a year from YouTube.
It's sad, you guys. It's sad, YouTube careering. It is, it's horrible that these people sit there and say they make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this, and really it doesn't pan out.
Sweet Hindi, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that, sorry.
Can't tell you what.
What Dave's good news was. He didn't know we were doing a live stream.
You would think that he would check these things before.
I don't think he expected it.
We told it like.
Well, I know, but I don't think he was there when I left.
Oh.
You know, when we shut down.
Yeah, because we announced it like 3 or 4 times that we're building you a custom computer, that everybody get ready for the next show and stuff like that. All right, PCI. This takes a 6-pin. All right, so now we're just starting to wire up the power supply. We're almost on the home run stretch. So this is going to take this one. That's going to tuck down there. And that's going to take that, but we don't need that right now. We don't need that one right now. We don't need that one right now. All right, we're going to need this one next. And then this guy. So, interesting enough, does anybody know, pop quiz, does anybody know how much power a computer takes, or how many volts a computer generally sees?
How much volts
A computer uses.
How much volts a computer uses? Does anybody know? Robert is asking you guys a pop quiz.
Pop quiz. Whoever gets it right gets a brownie point. Noreen will ship you brownies.
Yeah, thanks.
And if anybody says 120 volts, then you are so far off. 120 volts is household current.
Yeah, that's washers and dryers and ovens.
No, 220 is washers, dryers,
Oh, it
ovens.
is?
110 is your standard lights and stuff like that. An average computer, the highest voltage a computer will see is 12 volts, but it has a 5 volt, 10 volt, and a 12 volt. And I think there's a 3.5 too now. Haven't really brushed up on the power supplies. Interesting enough, there is three different case sizes. There's standard ATX, there's micro ATX, and then there's mid ATX. This is a mid ATX. This is not the biggest case that you could possibly buy. If it was, it would be as tall as a Noreen, which would.
What would you do with something like that?
That would be supporting a bigger motherboard and including a lot more equipment than what you're getting right now. Let's see here. It would fit like 8 or 9. No, not that much. It would fit about 6 or 7 video cards. It'll fit a big CPU. It would fit. I generally use them for these what I call gaudy builds, where they're just. I mean, they're just crazy expensive builds. These are people that have money, and they didn't know how to flaunt it.
Now you turn the computer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just getting that wire out of the way.
Better.
All right, can people see? People are not yelling at me now?
That's better.
Alrighty, so.
But he says you might as well be talking Chinese. And some cases will take 2 months. Why would you need 2 motherboards?
2 motherboards are useful in like video rendering. They will use one set of motherboard to process video and another set to actually host out the do the editing on. Some people do dual motherboards for like they want 2 separate computers instead of having just a computer with multiple operating systems installed. It has 2 sets of everything, so that way it'll act like a standalone computer. Different stuff, different means, different needs. Now, interesting enough, the computer I built, the big strong one, the $8,000 computer, is for his. He wants to become a YouTuber. But he doesn't have that much good content, so I don't think he's going to succeed very well. But he owns some patents for why is the TV on? Oh, he owns some patents for some of the common products that you use in your everyday house. I can't think of them right now, but just some everyday patents for common.
Really?
Yes.
For comment?
No, for just common everyday things in your house that you would.
Really?
Yeah, he owns like 2 or 3 patents for.
Isn't he making a ton of money off of that?
Yeah, he's making a ton of money off that, but he's a cheapskate. He bought everything third hand. It was interesting enough. If you think that people are penny pinchers, just meet a rich person. They are the most.
Oh God, really?
Oh yeah, they like pinching their
Oh, I'm
pennies.
not surprised.
You gotta remember, they like seeing the money in the account. They don't like seeing no money in their account.
Oh. Yeah, my father was like that. God, ask him if you can make a computer that can't be traced to a location or a person that if they was a hacker or something. That has to do with your internet.
Yeah, that has to do with being visible on the internet. I'm sorry to say it, you guys. Every time you're on Skype, you are broadcasting out your location. Skype is the worst. If you guys
Okay, so I can't figure that out. How can they find your IP if just by opening up Skype? I thought maybe you would have to be talking to that person on Skype and they can get it.
Nope.
How do they get your IP off of Skype?
Various different ways. They do a brute force attack, which means that they are constantly asking Skype for your IP address, and then finally it gives it up. They do. Sometimes it's underneath your name. Underneath your name, if you go to more info, it'll say your IP address underneath it. Right now, if you're to log on to Skype right now, I could probably find your IP address.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you find out who hacked me?
That's a little bit more complicated because chances are they're using a service, they're not doing it on their own. They're using a service, a paid service. There's all these services out there where DDoS a computer for $15.99 a month. and they pay the $15.99 to get access to this stuff.
I mean, you can do your own DDoS?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that's against the law.
Yes. DDoSing is against the law, and your ISPs will find out, and they will fine you crazy amounts of money.
Oh my God! They'll find those people.
They will find them. They will fine them too.
Okay, how do you get to? How do you, if somebody did? How can we find mine?
And since you use a mom and pop ISP, they probably don't have the power to. But people like Comcast and AT&T, they have special servers that are out there that are constantly fishing for those type of information coming in and out, and that's how they would find the person. They'll trace it back to where the source is.
Really? So you think I should change to Comcast?
Well, are you happy with your current provider?
Yeah, I am.
Well, then.
But we're going to stop the person from hacking me anymore. So I mean, they tried tonight and it didn't work.
Yep, and that was tonight's stream was a test run, really, of this new system that we're trying to do to protect her. Phase 2 comes into effect when this is done. It's just I don't want to having to deal with a older computer with years of congestion.
It's only 2 years old.
I know, but you've put some things on there that is questionable at most. And unfortunately, it would require a whole entire reformat, and I do not want to do that to you and bring you down to your knees, and because you'll start crying, and then I would feel bad.
Bree, I didn't block you. I didn't do any blocking tonight. I didn't have time to look at chat really. I had a couple of moderators. Also, Trent Bennett was blocked by mistake. I don't know how to get him back unblocked.
So if you've been blocked on a chat, you're blocked for that one live event. You'll be renewed back on. Not unless you physically went inside their channel and said block the user from seeing your content.
So being blocked on the chat doesn't block them permanently.
No.
Oh, I'll let him know. Okay.
No.
What do you want me to check?
Are we getting a bad stream?
No. She said something.
All right. So that.
This is what it says. You've been blocked. I didn't do it. 20 twat was blocked. How do you unblock? Well,
is it what does it say?
She says her other account, Twatty Twat, was blocked. But that was on the other show.
Was that on the other show?
They were blocked on the other show. Well,
could they post a comment at the beginning of the show, then they were blocked, or was it blocked from ever since the beginning of the show?
I don't know. When was Twatty Twat blocked? You can't get into this video. It's a different video. Because I didn't block it. I don't know what you did anyway. On this one, I don't know how to get it off.
There is.
She can't get in with the other account.
Huh?
Oh, and she was blocked on this show. I didn't block anybody. I didn't even see Twatty Twat.
I didn't even see her either. Ask your moderator if she blocked him. I don't think she did. Who's your moderator right now?
No, Liz didn't do it. I didn't have any other blocker, but Liz, she didn't do it.
You might want to check her channel. Just go to her channel and make sure that she isn't banned off of.
She was posting in the show and then got blocked. Oh my God. Okay. How do I find you? I'll go over there. How do I find your channel on YouTube? I'll go over and see if you've been blocked.
Just type in Twatty Twat.
Oh, type in Twatty Twat?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let's see, what was it? Type in that account for me. What is normal? Buddy, what are you talking about? Okay. Liz says she's fine, so I don't know what's going on.
Hey, you got a poster.
Oh God, what is it? Is it a gaming poster? Oh my God! Oh my God! What the heck? It's a gamer!
Yeah, it's like a video game.
Oh, holy! Show it to the viewers. That's awesome. Come down a little. Holy cow! What is that?
This is a video game. I don't know which one it is though.
Wow. Gee, it's too bad they folded it all up like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, you could put it in the
Wow.
poster. You could put it in a poster. But I'm sitting there looking for the manual on it, and I sit there. I'm like, hey, this is a poster. Here you go.
Wow. That's
Merry Christmas.
Awesome. That's scary as heck.
I figured you could probably use that as graphics on
Oh
it.
yeah, I could put it up behind me, except it's shiny.
Oh, is it shiny?
Yeah, you're not supposed to use anything shiny.
Well, you could spray some stuff on that, make it dull. All right, Evie.
Oh, there it is, Twatty Twat. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, make sure she
Let's see
isn't.
if I can find it.
Just make. That's.
Copy.
That's.
I don't know, Liz. I don't know. I'm gonna go over and see if she's been blocked.
Alrighty, so I need to get a fan controller box. Alright. Alright, let's see here.
Twatty Twat.
Here you go, you got door knocker. Do not disturb door knocker too.
That's cute. I like that. Okay, so I'm looking for Twatty Twat. I don't see any Twatty Twat. Oh my God. They got some porno thing on here. That's disgusting.
Why are you looking at it?
Well, I'm looking for Twatty Twat, and they got some disgusting thing here. Look at the cute little kitty. I don't see any. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's disgusting. How come they allow that stuff on YouTube? Holy cow.
I don't know what you're seeing, Noreen.
That's awful.
Maybe I don't want to know. Alright, so. How do they have the wire? Oh, they have the wire coming out through there. Alright, so the wire's going to come out through here. And then I'm going to have this blowing on the hard drives. Well, it sounds horrible from all what you've...
Alright, let me see if I can find her subscription.
What time is it by any chance?
It's 11:30.
Holy mackerel, Noreen.
So, Bree, is that an actual YouTube page?
See. See. Ooh, standoff. And cables, I don't care. Software. Software. It's all over here. Spare rings. Spare rings.
I can't.
Twatty Twat.
I can't. Well, evidently they use it in porno.
Evidently they use it on porno.
Well, because I saw porno pictures, they were, they were pretty gross.
Maybe that.
Okay, well, I'm looking for that name, and I don't see any subscriptions with that name. Maybe it'll show up tomorrow.
Alright, so I cannot find the manual. Aha, I found the manual.
Bree, if that's your other page, is there any way you could put a link on your YouTube channel so I can find it? Put it in the about.
I like that name though, 2012.
Well, I guess they associate with porno.
Maybe it's her son's account.
She said it was her other account. Huh.
Did she just disappear, or did she?
Let me look for Bree. See if I can even find Bree. I don't know how to find people. Let's see. Bree Presley.
That was smooth. Points for dropping things again.
Oh, there's Bree. But how come I'm not finding the other one?
It's a little too short.
Alright, I know what I'll do.
You'll just block her right there, and then you'll just ignore her?
If she, if that's her other one, hopefully she made it a channel that she likes. Oh God, she goes to Adobe.
You can learn a lot about a person's life by what they do on YouTube.
Really, you think so?
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see here. Some of my horror stories about computer repair.
Oh my God! Somebody is using my
YouTube?
No, they're using my a picture that I used in my serial killer show.
Where'd
They're
you
using it as their thumbnail.
Well, where did they?
That you can copy it. You can get it off of all you have to do is still it and do a snippet.
Oh, okay, horror stories of computer repairs. I had to recover this guy's pornos. His favorite pornos. 236 gigs of pornos I had to recover, of photos, videos.
Oh my God.
And let me tell you, I was killing myself by the time this job was done.
Oh
and
my God.
And then he comes back to me about 4 months later saying that I missed one.
He knows what.
And it was his favorite. I'm like,
Oh
I am
my
sorry,
God.
man, but I am not going to sit there and stare at your porn for much longer.
Oh my God.
I could only take so much, and you didn't pay me enough the last time. Not to mention that his check wasn't good, and he post-dated the check.
His check wasn't good?
And he post-dated it.
Oh.
And I didn't realize it, so I went to go deposit it, kicked it back out because it was post-dated for a future date. And I'm like, I hate when people do that. When people post-date a check, and then the ATM kicks it out and says, nope.
Damn.
So did you find her, or are we giving up?
I can't find her.
Sorry, Tardy Twat. We're giving up on you.
They say it's a nasty word, don't say it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, it's kind of not nice, so.
Well, maybe that's the reason why you're banned. Maybe YouTube just banned you altogether.
No, that's what I was looking for. That's why I was getting that porno stuff.
Ah. Alrighty, so we are on the final stretch. We gotta hook up some fans. We gotta put on some casings. And then I think I got all the parts in. The christening label, other than that, nope. Alright, so we're going to put back together this box. Because this was sent, they sent me the wrong part. Isn't it noise? Yeah, I'll deal with it later. The expensive part was right there. I can't believe they sent me the wrong part. Amazon never messes up.
I can't. Maybe it was one number off or something.
I don't know, we'll go through the Amazon order after the stream and we'll figure it out. Okay, we're going to start badging this thing. Powered by EVGA. Ooh, it's a shiny little badge. Ooh, it's a little metal one. Really? They double cellophaned it. That's silly. They cellophaned the cellophane.
Somebody blocked him.
Who?
Trent.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's
So
your
I thought-
moderator?
No, he was blocked by last week. He was blocked by accident. They were blocking because we had like a lot of people, and so the only option it gives me is unblock. So that means he was blocked.
He was blocked permanently.
Oh, well, oh my God! Well, I'm unblocking him. Unblock. Submit. Okay, he's been unblocked. Come on. Oh, poor I'll let him know. Now see, if I could, Bree, if I could find the other name, I can unblock you. I just unblocked Trent. I'll let Trent know.
That's sad that people... And how could they block somebody? It could only be you
It
or...
was done by, oh no, my moderators, but they did it by mistake. It was because I guess
No, they cannot block a user. They could only block off
he
a
was
chat.
blocked.
So either you must have pressed the
No,
wrong button.
No, Trent's been watching me for a long. I didn't do it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive? Because I don't believe you.
Believe me.
She's out to get you.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Are you sending him a message?
Yeah.
Kind of wish he would Facebook you or something.
Well, he did. He put it on my front page. So I'm letting him know, okay, you're unblocked, honey. Okay. So,
Alright. Oh, wow. Looks good. I like stickers. Put on the badges on it.
Oh, I love that sticker. Wow, that's awesome. I love it.
Alright, so that goes into this.
Oh, it looks like a Ferrari sticker.
I know, doesn't it?
Yeah, I want a Ferrari. Ugh.
Okay, people, you know what you have to aim for now. You have to get so many subscribers and get her a Ferrari. Sorry, they ran out of Lamborghinis on YouTube.
Oh, and I'd rather have a Ferrari than a Lamborghini.
I know, but there's a running joke on another channel that I follow, and a guy has a Lamborghini, and he said that since he has like 300,000 or 400,000 subscribers, YouTube gave him a Lamborghini to have.
They didn't, did they?
Not that I can prove. Not that I can prove, so. Alright, I'm looking for...
Do you want something to drink? They said I should get you something to drink.
Yeah, I think that lemonade's back.
I'll get you something fresh.
Alright. So I am
Do
looking...
you want the fan on some more?
Oh, no, that's fine.
You're, okay.
It's nice and cool over here. I'm right next to the window.
Oh, okay.
Alright. So I am looking for... drivers. Don't care. What am I looking for? I'm looking for... something. Oh, the manual for this. That's what I was looking for. Okay, MSI software application. Okay. Quick solution. Okay. VGA. Okay. Whoa. Wow. Very interesting. They gave her a bunch of software for free, like $1,000 software for free. She bought some of this equipment, which is nice. Alright. But I'm looking for, not that. Not looking for that. Looking for the manual because I don't know which one's the switch. One of these is AMD and one of these is Intel. I guess it really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Here, honey.
Thank you. All right.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's gonna go. Can they see?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got it close up.
Okay, so that's gonna go right there. So this is to hold up the water block on the CPU. So then that's going to go over there. Then this is going to go small thread. Or long thread. Yeah, so my parents are up in Tahoe right now.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, we own a house up there.
Oh, you don't?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
We're actually selling it.
You're selling it? Where in Tahoe?
South Shore by the casinos.
Oh, yeah, I don't like South Shore. Only, I just don't like that drive. I don't like that drive.
That's probably Dave again.
Oh, it's Carly. Hi, Carly, I got you on speaker. Do you want me to take it off?
That's supposed to go.
So how, well, you know what? I unblocked Trent. I don't know what happened, but he was blocked. I unblocked him. I unblocked him, but I can't find the account she's talking about. What she needs to do, and I told her if she could hear me, I told her she needs to put in her about on her YouTube channel, she needs to put the link to her second account so I can go over there and unblock it if it's blocked. And I've told her on
live tech support on YouTube, you guys.
So I've told her I know she can hear me, so if she would do that, because I can't find it the other way. But I need the link to it, and then I can go in and see if she's been blocked. Got it. Well, that's okay. We'll figure it out. All we have to do is get that account and unblock it. That's all. It's no big deal. I mean, things happen. I don't know. Maybe Kat blocked her. I don't know. I made Kat a moderator. No, I don't have you on.
1 + 1 = 2, boys and girls.
Oh, I'll talk to you later about that. Yeah. So is there something wrong with Kat's channel? Who? I thought...
These need to be almost longer screws.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Her videos are all gone.
She got hacked.
Oh no, here they are. I got them. They're just not on her home page.
It doesn't need the back bracket because it comes with the back bracket. That makes sense. Alright, so that means that this thing goes right here. Alright, let's scoot this closer to me. Sorry guys, let's scoot this closer to me. For being a 6-foot guy, you can only reach so far. Any questions?
Yeah.
Anything new?
Yeah.
Anything that I should explain more?
Okay. Alright, Liz, I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay? Okay. Alright, bye. Bye. Okay guys, do you have any questions for Robert?
While I'm sitting here screwing on screws? Some of the software I use, some of the recommendations I have. If you got like a computer issue that you just cannot figure out what's wrong, just spam it on the chat and I will do my best. Although this thing is turned out really nice. So, some of the tools I'm using. Alright. So, let's take Huh, can't reach that one.
Oh, how do you like the Macs?
Macintoshes I like. The only thing I cannot stand about Macintosh is that everything now is not upgradable. Everything is all soldered in. You can't change anything.
Okay, now this one guy, Isleys, he will most likely have to take it back out anyway to mount the processor properly.
No.
The heat sink thermal paste won't take properly if mounted upright. Gravity issue.
No. This thermal paste I'm using is a special thermal paste. It is. I had the package somewhere, but no, it's this stuff. But I found out that this stuff just does not run like normal thermal paste. It doesn't have an oil in it, so it doesn't like to, it won't run off of the processor. And when I actually install the processor, what I'll do is I'll flip this case on its back right in front of the table because I have still ample amount of room just to spread it around and mount in the processor right there. So I don't need to take everything apart. It's all pretty much in. Once it's in, it's in.
Oh, what size of swap you think is good for 16 gig RAM?
What size of what?
What size of swap? What size of swap you think is good height cookies for 16 gig RAM?
No idea. I can't decipher that question.
Explain it some more.
Yeah.
Isleys, I would have went with a 4 gig graphics card. However, no, I can't use that.
The only reason I went with a 2 gig EVGA is because the video card isn't rendering. The programs that she uses doesn't use the video card for rendering. It uses the processor. That's why I went with a bigger X99 processor instead of a lower end processor and higher end video card. The software that she uses to stream out to YouTube is heavily processor based, not video card based. All this video card is going to do is allow her to see her videos out on her screen. That's all it's going to pretty much do. That's exactly how her current setup is. Although she has a 960, not 960, a 650 instead of a 750. So she got a newer graphics card than her current system right now. So, which is nice. Any other questions?
Question doesn't make sense. Did I not say it right? Or she's talking about somebody else. Windows uses a swap file from memory, so I guess that's what she's talking about, a swap file. Let me see what her question was again. What size swap file you think is good for 16 gig RAM? Does that make sense?
No, that does not.
Okay.
Sorry. That one doesn't make any sense to me.
Cookie says Windows uses a swap file for memory. And then Isley says desktop isn't shared memory like a laptop, and Cookie says AKA page file. I don't know what they're talking about.
That one they have me lost. Now they're talking about virtual memory. Virtual memory is kind of an oddball stuff. Virtual memory is it uses hard drive as memory. Only downside to that is it's slower and it kills hard drives faster because your hard drive is constantly reading, writing from the same place over and over again. Then you get hard drive errors and all that fun stuff. Okay, what's this one do?
Oh. Annie, sweet Annie wants to know, has anyone ever saved your life, or have you ever had a near-death experience?
Have I ever had a near-death experience? No, but when both of your parents are police officers, you kind of have those every so often, near-death experiences. Okay, well, let me give you guys some background. Both of my parents are San Jose police officers. If you guys have read the news lately, they just had a officer that died in the line of duty. And my mother and father, my mother was a block and a half away from that officer getting shot.
They're up. Nobody lives here in California. They wouldn't even know.
Oh, it was big news. It went worldwide.
You did?
Yeah, it went worldwide. It was the city of San Jose in California hasn't had an officer death in 18 years. For having a city that big and not having an officer fatality in 18 years, that was unheard of. LAPD has at least one officer die every single year, at least one.
Oh, yeah.
And so the sad part is when I was listening to the radio channel on that chatter on that, my mom, like I said, was a block and a half away, and she was the original unit that was assigned to that call.
Oh my God, she was?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know Liz. I didn't know you were still in chat. Yeah, Liz lives in California. I think it's you and I, Liz, are the only two that live in California.
Okay, just out of curiosity, start listing your states that you live in on chat.
Oh yeah, what states you guys live in?
Let's see if we get any Alaska. I got Alaska on another channel once. I was like, really? Alaska out in the middle of nowhere? He's like, yeah, I have satellite to watch all my YouTube videos just to have internet out there in the boonies. I'm like, that is funny. Private satellite dish. So what I'm doing here is just doing a little bit of cable tidying and making it all nice and pretty. because Noreen likes pretty things, not ugly things.
Cookies, what are you saying? Is that liquid cooled? What liquid are you talking about? Did you talk about the cooler?
This cooler is water. Has water in it. Has a water hybrid in there. It has a little bit of anti-corrosion stuff in there and stuff like that. But it's...
Putty, I forgot you live in California. Oh, God.
You opened up your mouth, Noreen.
Oh, God. Okay, so there's 3 of us now.
So this has a bunch of water. It's like a hybrid of radiator fluid almost, but it just has liquid that's constantly circulating through this little loop. It's taking heat that's normally produced by the processor, and it's sticking it in the liquid, and it's forcing it through the radiator out into the atmosphere. Atmosphere, yeah, the fans are pointing that way. Out into here, and it's getting sucked up through the case and vented out. So that's what I mean by water cooled. You can have an air cooler, which is just like a big metal thin.
Okay, excuse me, you say antifreeze?
Similar. It's not poisonous. It's like it's antifreeze, but all the positives are antifreeze. None of the negatives. Yeah, but similar to antifreeze. It's designed. Antifreeze has metal particles in there that help take away heat and keep the engines cool. And this stuff has not metal, but it has some heat conductive properties in there that take away heat as quickly as possible and send it through the radiator.
Now, am I good? This won't get dusty at all, so I won't have to worry about dusting it out or anything. Okay.
Nope, this should be.
Do you see how silent this computer is to what you did to it last time?
Oh yeah.
And it's been on for hours.
Yeah, it's staying quiet, but I don't know how long it's going to keep it that way.
Really? You mean it's a temporary fix?
Well, no, it's temporary until it breaks. That's the best thing I tell my customers all the time is, well, is this fix going to be guaranteed? Can you guarantee this fix? Yes, I can guarantee the fix until it breaks.
But can you? But can we fix it back like it was before? I mean, you could always replace the parts.
Oh, I could always replace the part.
We'll
but
just keep that one so I can use that every day.
Yeah, but every customer sits there and they're always looking for the next deal. Everybody's a deal maker around here.
I got my next deal. You're working on it.
No. Everybody likes the deal of the day. Can you warranty this for 3 years and all that?
No, this computer stuff.
And I tell them, yeah, I can guarantee it until it breaks.
That's a good one, yes.
And they said, okay, it sounds like a good warranty. And so they sit there and they come back like 3 months later and they say, it doesn't work. I said, and she says, but we had a warranty with you guys. I was like, yes. Do you remember the terms of your warranty? She says, no. I was like, it is warranted until it breaks.
That's what you ought to hand your customers. Here you go.
Well, the issue with warranties is, now you gave me inside a great area. Warranties are, okay, when you look on the package, it says lifetime warranty. What's the definition of lifetime?
You know, I've had stuff that says that, and believe me, it's not a lifetime.
It usually says
lifetime
in fine print.
Or?
It usually says in fine print, lifetime warranty until product fails, or otherwise deemed the product lifetime. So people hand back all this stuff, and they sit there and said, okay, it's covered underneath the warranty. I'm like, look, it was a lifetime warranty. It doesn't mean your lifetime, the product's lifetime. When the product dies, that usually means that the lifetime is ended.
Yeah, that's lifetime is ended, right.
And the people still have an issue trying to figure that one out. I'm like, it's simple. When the product dies, that's the end of its lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not liking the way these cables are lining up, but okay, I'll fix them later. Let's see here. That's in. So this is your first capture card. This is your second capture card. This is.
And how many two HDMIs? I have two HDMIs.
You're going to have two HDMIs in.
Awesome.
So you can do special things now.
Awesome.
Your video card, your radiator, your processor, your memory. Something new about this motherboard is it has a special Ethernet port. What makes it special is it sends over priority packets instead of standard packets. So this motherboard will tell the router that this computer has priority over everything on the network.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
I just read that and I was like, are you serious? That one has packet priority? That's something.
Oh, wow.
Which is nice for live streaming, because this computer will have priority over everything. It'll sit there and say, okay, I'm in charge. Don't mess with me.
That's awesome.
So, any questions that arose so far?
Wow. Any questions, guys?
Any questions? Any stories that you want me to tell you? I could tell you some. I can't guarantee that they're horror stories, but I could tell you some stories.
You're dealing with the paranormal people. Oh, I gotta turn this off. Oh.
Which one? Oh, that one? Alright, so we are starting to install some. I forgot your CD.
Cookies wants to know, does it also do dishes?
At this current price tag, no. That one's the $1,800 computer that will do your dishes. I had that once where a mother asked me, "Oh, can it do his chores?" I'm like, "No, unfortunately not. Sorry." And she's like, "Darn it, you can't get him to do his chores." But yet he has all this money to fundraise all of these computer parts, and
is that thing twice as big as what I got now?
it's a little bit bigger. It's not twice as big. I'm just curious to hear what it sounds like when you turn it on, because it should be dead quiet.
So how long do you think it'll take that other part to get in?
I'm going to contact. Well, when we get off stream, we're going to look on Amazon, make sure that they actually did send the wrong part, which I think they did, and they should correct it pretty quickly. Amazon is a good company to order from. I normally order from Newegg or Tiger Direct, but Noreen wanted it now, so we went with Amazon. The stipulation of the agreement, you guys, was she wants it now. And I said, well, I can't give it to you now. Nobody has the parts now. It's too new of a system. And so she says, I don't care. I want it now. Holy mackerel. I didn't know you guys actually like me. Sheesh, maybe I should do this as a career. Press 1 if you guys want me to do this as a career. Sheesh.
Yeah.
Let's see how many
Well, you know what you could do? You could do stuff on YouTube and make it pay. They have to pay to watch it.
Yeah, so...
You can do that, you know.
So
you could do private classes right on YouTube.
Oh, you can?
Yes.
Well, maybe you should make your viewers pay for all your videos. How would you guys like that? Let's see how many no's we can get in the chat room once we announce that. Okay, Noreen is going to quit being a freeloader and just make everything paid.
Yeah.
Let's see how many no's we can get in the chat room. All right.
Oh, does the new computer get to be named?
Oh, that is a good.
I never give them computers. I don't have. Nothing has names that I have.
Well, maybe this is a new venture for you. Maybe you should ask the chat room for a name for the computer.
What was that tag you put on there? Oh, how about the mother? The mother. I really like that sign, though.
I'm not in here right now. I like that. I like that poster. That poster is really cool.
Oh, you can have that poster.
That poster's really cool.
Yeah, you can have it. I won't put it up, but you can have that.
I just want to make sure.
I'm sorry, busy gaming.
We should make a custom one that says, sorry, I'm busy YouTubing.
Yeah.
Or I'm busy live streaming with hundreds of thousands of viewers, of good viewers. Which is nice. You have a good YouTube community. I'm sorry to say it, but you have
My
a great...
channel was fabulous. My chatters?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I got the best.
Okay, let me tell you guys something.
What?
I was sitting there just laughing in the background with some of the things that came up through chat. I was just sitting there just couldn't stop smiling. Noreen sits there is just looking at me like, what the heck are you smiling at? And I just couldn't stop smiling during the chat. Some of the things that you guys said, it was just hilarious.
Okay, Andy wants me to name it Big Mama. Okay, I'll name it Big Mama.
Now, this isn't the original computer I had in mind for Noreen. If she had millions of dollars, I would have built this really nice computer for her that glowed red, and it had custom engraving Paranormal Activity on it, or PZTV.
Well, see, that would be if I was using that next to me, you know, in the show. You know, but the kind of show I do, nobody cares about my computer.
Oh, you're going to be proven wrong right there. Apparently 52 viewers care about your computer.
Maybe I should get a new camera now.
Oh my gosh. We're going to deep through that adventure again, didn't we just?
Yeah, I think we should get a new computer.
A new camera?
New camera, I mean, a new camera.
Oh my gosh. You're horrible, Noreen. You're horrible. So, I think it's almost all together. Oh, let's see here. I'm going to do some cable management, and I am going to... I can't believe they gave us the wrong processor. That is so weird. LGA 1150. That is definitely the wrong. 4790K. Yeah, I ordered... What did I order? That's weird. That's weird. But that is as far as we can get today, boys and girls. I think we're going to have to call it quits for today because I ran out of parts.
So what part do we need now?
We need the processor. So this one's going to go back to Amazon, and also somebody wants to PayPal over you $450 and buy this one off of us.
Oh God, no. We'll send it back. I know who wants to buy a 450 processor.
But I think we are done. So I think we'll let Noreen answer let the chat kind of wind down and let people ask freedom questions, and then we'll start winding this thing down while I start putting things away.
Anybody have any questions for Robert before I close out?
If you guys, I'll make sure Noreen adds the website I manage, the Train Club website, and both of my YouTubes on the...
this. I'll put it all on this. This will be on my channel, and Robert, you can, if you want to take it off and edit it and put it on your channel, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put all Robert's information on this YouTube video. So if you ever want to refer to it for information, then just go there, okay?
And then,
they want you to do a shout out, Robert.
oh my gosh.
They want you to do the shout out.
All right, then you need to hand me my laptop, and then I'll start doing shout outs.
You don't want to use this one to do the shout outs?
Oh,
I think it'll reach over there when we're ready.
when we're ready. Let's finish off on questions, and we'll do shout outs.
Robert will do the shout outs.
I'll do the shout outs tonight. Or this channel too.
Yes, this is Robert's show. Well, they want you to come back. This was fun.
So you guys have to convince me. Do I want to make the 40-minute drive to drive out here on Thursdays to go visit Noreen every Thursday on shows, or should I remain anonymous and in the backgrounds like I normally have been? Because this was actually pretty fun for me tonight too.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, this was fun.
Well, I need you to make sure I'm okay on my computer. But with this new one, I shouldn't have any problems, right?
And so You guys have been great to me on the chat for the little I have participated in the chat.
That's because they're all nice people.
And
you know, nice people congregate.
oh yes, and
We have nice
I've learned
people.
that. I've learned that one the hard way. Especially when you guys start bringing out the pitchforks and knives with some of the people that are negative. Man, you guys are like a full-on mob.
Oh, they'll go after them. My chat room doesn't put up with those kind of bad people. We don't put up with that. Well, they love you.
Well, that's a great start. Maybe I should.
What do you have? Okay, come and join us when you can, Robert. What's your question, honey? I didn't see it. What's your question?
We'll scroll up and look at it.
Are you asking a question, honey? I didn't see it if you did. She said, no, I had to deactivate updated for Windows because it makes my computer freeze. There is nothing on my desktop but the picture I am using, and I have to turn it off by unplugging. Why is this? Why does it do this?
It's saying that you have to activate.
I had to deactivate updated for Windows because it makes my computer freeze. There is nothing on my desktop.
Oh, okay. So, okay. The chances are you probably have a bad file on your OS. The best thing that you can do is a Google search how to do a SFC, Sam Frank Charles, scan. And what that'll do is it'll go through the process, it'll check your installation of Windows, it'll verify it, and it'll make sure that the installation is correct. And that should correct that issue of your computer crashing every so often. What it sounds like to me, it was just a bad installation of Windows, like something happened during the installation of Windows, or the hard drive is failing. But if it's a new computer, chances of a hard drive failing is slim to none. But if it's an older machine, then yes, your hard drive can fail. If it's an HP or a Dell and you haven't created the backup disk yet, if you go to Start, Accessories, Burn, there's an option that says Create a Backup Set of CDs. Create your backup set of CDs and save yourself the $20 to get a set shipped out to you.
Could it be the drivers that aren't updated?
No. But it sounds more like a
Malware?
No, it sounds more like a bad installation of Windows. Did it just happen, or has it started ever since you had the machine?
How old's the machine, Putty?
I think. Do you have her email address?
No.
No.
Oh, I do. I do have her email address. Well, honey, he wants to know how old your computer is.
And what operating system? If it's Windows 8, then good luck to you guys. I've had...
It happened 6 months. Yeah, but honey, how old's the computer? It happened 6 months ago, but how old is your computer?
If it's 6 months ago, then chances are it was an update.
3 years old.
3 years old. So it just happened overnight. So I would definitely do the SFC scan now. And then if that doesn't help, then I would back up your information and do a system recovery and start. What a system recovery does, it'll delete out everything of all of your files. So what you want to do is back it all up, and then it'll reinstall Windows, and then that should fix everything. It'll give you a brand new desktop, brand new everything, and that should clear up everything. And then later on tonight when we post up my channel, if you send me a private message on my YouTube channel, and I will give you an email address that you can contact me by, and we can do a one-on-one kind of troubleshooting and figure out what's wrong with it too. Anybody else?
Any other questions? I'm telling you, you should do a techie show on YouTube.
I don't know, Noreen. Can you convince me to do it?
Yeah, you should.
Oh, I forgot one sticker.
Which one's this one? Let me approve it.
It is your Windows serial number.
Oh. Okay. Then it needs to be approved.
Windows.
Oh, she said I did that and it's still happening. Windows 7?
Uh-huh. And then her serial number. And sorry, you guys, you're not going to get this serial number. Although, serial number isn't on the sticker. Cool. See, it's all blank. It's kind of weird. Do not tamper or remove this label. It's weird. Something new. But I don't like putting Windows stickers on the front. I like putting them inside the case because they don't get all mangled up and damaged. We'll go right here. Like that. Cool. Alright. So we are going to start.
Oh, Putty says hugs to you.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, they're saying you should do a tech show.
I should do a tech show.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
what they want to know what your channel is.
I have two. I have.
Yeah, but you don't have a techie show.
I don't have a techie show yet, but I can make one. It's not that hard for me.
You're gonna have to.
I'm apparently going to have to. So.
You're gonna have to come here, and we're gonna have to film techie shows.
Yeah, I'm going to have to borrow your system. I'm going to have to borrow your rig.
How about we exchange? What do you call that when you exchange for services?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. By the way, so Blackmagic doesn't give you CDs anymore.
They don't?
No.
Look what that is.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
card.
I know, but this is their updated one. They're
Yeah. And,
oh my god.
and look at they give you free video editing software too.
Oh my god. You're kidding me.
No.
Oh, I like that setup. Oh my. Oh, but look what it. Oh my. I don't know how to use those. You just stick them in?
Just stick them in.
And it's got an editing program?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I gotta see how that is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Da Vinci. Is it Da Vinci?
Yep, it's Da Vinci.
Oh my god.
Alright. So one of these has XSplit in it. Intel motherboards. I can't remember which ones, but I had to reread which one has the XSplit on it. I believe it was a motherboard that came with XSplit, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta work on that.
Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna
Here.
yeah, I'm just creating this box full of parts and stuff like that.
You could just come over here and I could just leave you alone in here and you could just do your own thing. It's a studio. I only use it for Thursdays.
Nah. If anything, I'll probably take this home with me just to continue working on it and getting everything all tidied up and prettied up. But I need to get that other processor in. I might go just to Fry's and just return that one and just go to Fry's and just pick it up there because they have it there in stock right now. What time is it?
11:30. But they said, what is the channel's name?
Okay.
What's the channel's name?
I have two. The first one is Robert Trains. If it's Robert common spelling and it's double T'd. So the Trains has its own separate T and it's 925. So that's one of my channels. And my other channel is she's writing them down on the chat right now.
That's your channel's name?
Yeah, 925.
Okay.
And then the other one is CTTOM
CTTOM
CA.
CA. That's your channel's name?
Yep.
Okay.
That's my second channel. That's our Train Club's channel, but that's my channel too. I manage it, I support it, I run it. It's a very, very nice. So where I live in a small town called Discovery Bay, and it's the middle of nowhere. I mean, you could pretty much imagine a desert that has nothing, just a Safeway and houses. So there's nothing to do, so I have to entertain myself somehow. So I drive all the way to Crockett every single day, which is about 40-minute drive, you think?
Oh God, it's a long drive. Yeah.
Yeah, about a 40-minute drive.
That road it's one way in and one way out. It's awful.
Yeah, and I don't go over to Martinez Bridge, but it's a beautiful place. Have you gone to Crockett lately?
Yeah, we've been there several times. In fact, when my daughter was looking for a house, we went there looking. But there's no parking. There's 50 million cars on these little streets.
Yeah.
It's all old though. Crockett. I don't know the history of Crockett.
Our train club is the old Oddfellows Hall in Crockett. It was donated to us. That building was built in 1807, and that building's haunted.
I know. That building's haunted, guys.
And might I say, it is eerie at night. When I'm there at night, sometimes at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, we have found bullet holes through the walls. We have found on the benches where the members sit, there's holes on the top of them. And then we found an old photo of shackles.
Oh my God.
Of where they, like human shackles. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
You don't have those shackles by any chance?
No, I do not.
Because, if you get shackles, they're worth a lot of money.
No, they took them away.
Oh, wow.
The Oddfellows group was a very secretive group. It was not Cool Klutz, but it was a very top secret group. They did not disclose anything. And you can actually, guys, look up the history of Oddfellows, because it's a very interesting group.
That building, the Oddfellows owned that building?
Yep.
Really?
Indeed.
Oh.
And Oddfellows, they donated it to us, and ever since then, that building it's an old building. You can just smell heritage when you walk up to it. I mean,
man.
Old crusty peeling paint, but old hand-lettered stenciled signs, and all the old original paint that they did of the building. It's just amazing. We went into the attic, and we found some creepy stuff up there. I mean, it is some.
Any old stuff?
We found some really old stuff, and we had it appraised. And once we mentioned the word Oddfellows, the price like 4 times doubled from what the original. They're estimating about $1,000, and all of a sudden it turned into $4,000 because everything that the Oddfellows has ever owned is worth like 4 times as much as what retail would normally pass along.
Carly, Liz, honey, Noreen, I can see a show here. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, you mean a techie show? Oh, Sean wants those signs if you ever sell.
What signs?
I don't know. What signs?
Oh, the Oddfellows signs?
Oh, you have an Oddfellow. Do you own an Oddfellow sign?
We still have them. We're getting ready to refurbish the building.
How big are they?
They're about the size of that green screen.
Oh, it's huge.
That's just one of them. We have building markers. We got old classic building stuff, and we've gotten approached a couple of times by the Crockett community funds and all that, threatening us that if we change anything in the building, that it has to maintain a historical building.
Yeah, that's true. Well, now wait a minute. When you declare a building historical, as long as you can touch the inside, you just can't touch the outside to remain the historical.
Yep.
But there are some that has to be historical inside as well as out, but that's another category,
Yeah, this is, they just don't want the outside to become modern. They just don't want anything to happen to the outside. They want to keep the history of the building, which is nice. I mean, it's a good gesture. It would be nice if they gave us money to help maintain the building, but likelihood of that happening is slim to none. And with that note, I'm packing up the case, and then we are going to probably close out the stream, and I'm going to start reading off some shoutouts.
Okay, Robert's going to do the shoutouts. There's 42 now in here. Good luck. 42.
All right, so what's in this? I'll deal with that later. All right. You want to?
Here, you want to sit here to do it?
I would have to readjust the mic and stuff like that.
Just bring the mic.
Just pop the power, and it has a full battery.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. It doesn't last very long. Okay, but you should be okay here. Hold on. Let's just stuck here. Alright, go ahead. Alright, that's it. Whew.
Alrighty, shoutouts.
Oh, here's the mouse.
I would love to see anything if you remove items. Okay, so I will do a tour of the building on the CTOM channel so that you guys can see what it looks like. Alright, let's start looking at names. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to butcher up names. PuttyTat007, you, hello, and thank you for tuning in. Lynn Bowling, Sheen Hathaway, Dora Brass, Unique Annie, Liz, Sweet Thindy from Canada. Oh, wow, that's a long ways away. Lynn, okay, we already got you. Come on, we're doing shoutouts. Didn't I say you already? Dora Brass. Yeah, I did that one already. You need more people. I guess that's it. I guess we only get 4 of them. I know. They are just not talking.
Come on.
Cassidy Davis. Okay, there's one. I already said you. T.Y. Robert Durr. It's cute. Alright, Nora Mitchell. I already said that one. Come on. Anybody else? They all repeating. Come on. I'm going to butcher names. It's going to be hilarious. Cookies21. I can understand that one. How do you do this every day, Noreen? Thank goodness YouTube is starting making people use their real names for everything, which is nice. Eileen Meltar Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell. Yep. I'm pulling. Okay. Say Abby London. LOL. Wow. Cookies. Oh. Per Bugalo. Night Icicles. And July Linus. Maybe I should do a co-host with you on a show.
You have to know the subject.
Well, I could just sit there and look good.
Oh yeah.
All right. July Lionesses. I already said you. Sean Hathaway. Okay. We're starting to dwindle down on viewers. Icicles. Come on, we're doing shoutouts. Nora Mitchell, Unique Andy, yes. Oh my, yes, they're saying yes to being a co-host with big exclamation points. I don't know what I did, Noreen.
Okay, you wear the boa.
No, I'm not wearing the boa. Okay, everyone say hi. Sweet Thindy.
Oh, it says feedback detected.
Feedback? What feedback?
I don't know. It says feedback has been detected and turned off the computer audio output.
Do we have audio?
Oh, I know why. No?
Oh my gosh, now they're saying yes, the boa.
Yep, you gotta wear the boa.
Oh my gosh. You know how hot that's going to... I had to bring over my portable air conditioner just for you. Okay, no boa, but you have to wear the bra. LOL, harassment. Oh.
Then I get to rat your hair, too.
You almost got it right. Oh, wow, I almost got her name right. That is a first.
Who's that?
Eileen Meltar Michelle. Maybe I got that one right this time. The white one, everybody's.
The white one.
Okay, boa or bra, your choice. Oh, you guys are horrible. All right, on that high note, we are going to close out the stream. Everybody, and we had fun. This computer will hopefully be up maybe by next Thursday.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And
If not, you have to come here.
if not, then I have to be a co-host again and sit there and manage her and keep an eye on her. With that said, I think we are going to close out the stream. I think she's going to roll out that little outro or that little closeout, and we're going to call it goods. Good night, everybody, and description will have all my channels and everything.
Yeah, we'll put that up right as soon as we're done here. Everybody, thanks so much for joining Robert and building my computer. If you want to send him messages and if you want him to do a tech show, which I think he should do, please message him that. And don't forget to come back to my show next Thursday for another paranormal live show. Thanks, guys. Love ya.
Night.
Have a great weekend.
Night.
Bye. Okay, I'm going to stop it. 3 hours. Okay.